And we're back for another episode. In this episode, I'm going to be continuing the main scenario quest of Stormblood. And as always, hello from Mithrie. So, because I've been leveling up so quick, I started the story as a monk, then I did some as paladin, now I'm carrying on as scholar. So, yeah, we'll see how many classes I get through in order to finish the story. I'm just trying to make sure that I'm never in a position where I just don't gain the EXP from the story, because it's such a waste otherwise. Anyway, we are here at 2714 in Yancha, and we had to swim to get to here, so which you will have seen before this quest. The quest is called A Glimpse of Madness. So it says, it is not often that the Liberation Front Guard welcomes heroes from distant lands, but he is doing his best to compose himself. So you are Mithrie Menethil, are you not? We were told of your coming. Heroes of Eorzea, we of the Doman Liberation Front are honored to receive you. If you would be so good as to follow me. Cool.
This is the House of the Fears, but there are so few of them.
Many kindred spirits remain in hiding following the rebellion. Many others gave their lives for their nation. We are the stubborn remainder.
Yeah.
Even accounting for our comrades in the field, we are at a fraction of our former strength, 'tis true. Yet we few are patriots. Brothers in arms, prepared to fight with every fiber of our being to set our people free.
Ever are we hopeful that others will join our cause, but never did I dream that you would journey so far.
Oh, wow.
Yukiri! Gods, it's good to see you. You look great, by the way. Have you been here long?
I returned but recently, having concluded my mission. Oh, it is good to see you again, my friends.
High five.
Did I hear aright? Your mission is concluded? Then you have found the young master.
Ere we speak of that, I would know by what fortuitous circumstance our friends came to be here.
You know, stuff happened and, you know, other stuff, and then fade out.
The Empire's crimes are all too familiar. Lys, my heart goes out to your people.
We wanted to stay and fight, believe me, but we knew it wouldn't work. We needed more time to rebuild, and more allies to stand with us against the Empire. So we decided to come here and help you free Doma. To show everyone that you're not alone. And that the Garleans can be beaten if we work together. I'd like to think we proved that in the Ruby Sea.
That you did, Lys, and far more besides. Needless to say, your assistance would be most welcome.
Hear, hear. Now then, Yugiri, you must tell me of your search for our master.
Lest you wonder, he speaks of Lord Hien, son of Lord Cayenne, who perished during the rebellion. When it became clear that all hope of victory had gone, Lord Hien bade us deliver as many of our people as we could to safety beyond our borders. But as his father's heir, he was determined to fight on, and so he did, until he suffered a grievous wound in battle and vanished without a trace. Until now. For I have found Lord Hien, seen and spoken with him, on the Azim steppe.
O boundless and merciful Kami, the young master lives. Tell me, was he well? Did his wound yet ail him? Where is he now? Have you brought him back to us?
You may take comfort in the knowledge that he is hale and whole. However, when I invited him to return with me to Doma, he had this to say. If Doma yet thirsts for the blood of patriots and tyrants, I shall offer unto her my blade. But if she has had her fill of bitter draughts, I shall offer unto her conquerors my head. Thrice did I declare to him that no true son or daughter of Doma would ever accept such a sacrifice. But for all my passion, he would not be swayed. Learn the truth of her heart and return to me, he said. And so I left him.
The words of one made to wear the mantle of leadership too soon. Yet there is wisdom in them all the same. If the people no longer yearn to be free, it would be folly to rekindle the fires of war.
To suffer our master, to surrender his life and forsake all hope of freedom is by far the greater folly. I will not go to face my fallen comrades having done naught to stop it.
Nor I, Shadow Walker, nor I. But we need not rouse our comrades to battle this day. Let us instead welcome our honored guests and allow them a moment of respite.
Cool. Right, so let's talk to Elise. So, as you can see, they went to great lengths to disable the Aetheryte. Apparently, in the twilight days of the rebellion, they feared that Xernos would be willing to risk sending unattuned conscripts. That said, it is hardly irreversible. They have the necessary materials. It would be a challenge to repair it alone, but mayhap with my brother's help. Okay. So I guess we're trying to fix this Aetheryte so we can come back here whenever we like. So you should hear this, Mithrie. He was just telling me about Xernos and the rebellion. So what you have to understand is that it was no simple matter of numbers. The bulk of the 12th never even took the field. It was Xernos' stratagems that won the war. They were unlike anything we have ever seen. His formations were unorthodox, bewildering. We honestly thought we had him on the back foot. One moment we were pressing home for advantage, the next we were surrounded and at his mercy. And then he stood before us, his cornered prey, alone and unarmed. He beckoned us to come forward and fight for our lives. So, one by one, my comrades charged. Fearless and unflinching, he would dance amidst the blaze for a time and then draw close as if to embrace. One after another, he made us watch. Do you understand? He made us watch. What kind of monster enjoys killing people? I do not think there was any joy in it, nor justice, nor mortality, nor meaning. To him, the weight of one life is no different from that of 1,000. A challenge had been issued and was accepted, but on finding us no challenge at all, his objective changed. There was tales of Imperial soldiers being flayed for slaughtering families, for breaking brave men's spirits. Only later did I come to understand why he did not desire obedience. He desired hate, and men consumed by it. A new battle, a new enemy, a new challenge. The hunt, I am told he called it. A hunt without end. Oakley dokley. So, and when all our best lay dead and broken, he left. He left, meaning that we had bored him. But our weapons at least held his interest, for he took a fallen samurai sword, having grown fond of it. Since that day, he has ever wielded Far Eastern blades. He is said to be fascinated by one with storied histories, And so, soldiers who seek to curry his favor often present those of defeated enemies as gifts. It's like it's all a game to him. People are suffering, dying, and he's collecting swords? We all feel the same, but my lady, you must understand. On the battlefield, reasons do not matter. The victor is not the just, but the strong. And the strong become the heroes of the tale. We were not strong enough. It is not sufficient to be right, to be just. Without strength, our path has but one end. Cool. Next. So we're understanding their feelings more and more. So, mayhap a brief respite is in order. Were I 20 years younger, these wounds would not warrant a second glance. Oh god, sorry. Alas, no samurai has the strength to defeat the villain old age. But what say you to the House of the Fierce, compared to your Rising Stones? I concede it may be somewhat lacking, but it has been a haven these past 10 years to all who would set Doma free. Regrettably, our efforts in that time have come to little and less. When the Emperor died, we were so sure the hour of our liberation was at hand, but Xernos soon put paid to that with the aid of Yotsuyu and the secrets she sold. Yep. I knew she was a traitor. So, Mithrie, I do hope you have taken this opportunity to rest and recover. Totally. That's why I was yawning before. So it is well that you spoke with one of the survivors of that massacre. To defeat one's foe, one must understand his true nature. As the Alamegan resistance has struggled, so too has the Doma Liberation Front. More so, perhaps, given the precarious position in which we find ourselves in the wake of our doomed rebellion. We are few and our enemies legion. We are weak and they are strong. Yet, with your help, I believe that there is little we cannot achieve. I only hope the depth of our predicament has not shaken your commitment to our cause. So never victory will be ours. No, I relish the challenge. Not so long as I can expect a suitable, generous reward. Lol. So that it will. With the hero of the Ordi on our side, we cannot lose. That's complete. Next quest is called The Stubborn Remainder. So Yugiri would like to have a word with you. So now then, I should be glad to discuss our next course of action. Though, now that I think of it, I myself have been away from Doma for some time. And even after my return, the search for Lord Hien commanded my full attention. Mayhap it would be to both our benefit if we were to see the reality of Doma for ourselves. For did my lord not bid me... Sorry. For did my lord not bid me learn the truth of her heart? Let's do this together, Mithrie. Let us go among the people with our own eyes, bear witness to their hardship. As a foreigner in these lands, your reputation does not precede you. Moreover, unlike Gosetsu, I can accompany you without attracting unwanted attention. So I'd like to join you if that's alright. By all means, we should be glad for your company and your perspective. Namei is not far. I say we begin there. So guys, don't worry, I'm not bored of reading. I'm just tired. I still work a full-time job, you know what I mean? Now what do I do? Ah, okay, let's go back to there. So are we going to actually build this space up? I like building things. I like crafting things. So, Mithrie, I am glad to see that you two put thought into your garments, given the covert nature of our activities. I did. So, I should think my reason is obvious. To enter the village while wearing the garb of the shinobi would be beyond reckless. We shall pose as traveling merchants. Mithrie as our leader. And we as her assistants. Are there any objections? I'm not really the merchant type, but if you think this is the best way to go about it, I'll trust you. Then, without further ado, let us begin. So, gather information in the village. Even though I'm fairly sure they by now they should all know who we are, but whatever. Let's go with this. So, weren't you the one who came with the general? No? I see. My mistake. It warms my heart to see traveling merchants in Amay again, though the Imperials never sealed our borders. Folks like you have taken to avoiding Yanxia ever since the rebellion. Unfortunately, that has only made it harder for us to survive. You may have noticed, but we lack a great many things. It was not much better before, true, but it has only gotten worse. Okay, next. Yeah, the village does look kind of barren. I would like to see it grow with time. There's one person there. Oh, there's two of them. Okay. So you, a merchant. Forgive me my skepticism, but you strike me less a woman of commerce and more a common sellsword. Give your best impression of Hancock. Give your best smile. So, I stand corrected. Such a warm and cordial nature you possess. I pray you forgive me my earlier rudeness. It has been some time since the Viceroy came to our village to purge it of insurgents. Those who resisted suffered terribly, and those who did not fared little better. We who remain know better than to risk her ire. If the Imperials demand labourers, we comply. If they demand conscripts to send to soldiers to other provinces, we obey. Ours is a difficult life, with little in the way of luxuries. I know not what you sell, merchant, but I doubt that I, nor anyone else here, can afford it. Okie dokie. Next. I wonder if I can get through a whole one without yawning. So, a travelling merchant with meat, perchance? But better not to know when I have so little coin. I feel your eyes upon me. You know the Lupin? Surely you have not been long in Yanxia, else you would. For generations we served the lords of Doma, compassionate and wise as they were, but the memories of such times fade with every passing day, as others will tell you. Okay, so let's go this way. So, foreign peddlers in Amay, whatever is it you sell, I have no money to buy. Perhaps you should go elsewhere? Saying that, I know of no village in Yanxia that has fared any better. Once I would have directed you to the samurai lords of Monzen, had they not all died in battle or in purges. There is the Doman Enclave, of course, but that lies beyond the Daramoon gates. Needless to say, the Imperials are disinclined to let any but their own pass. Okie dokie. Next. So now we need to talk to Yogiri again. So we're kind of getting the hint. this place is oppressed. You know, it doesn't have to be... Doesn't have to drag on to be such a real deal, you know what I mean? Mithrie, what have you learned? People sad, innit? So, Lisa and I encountered much of the same. They have been pushed beyond the brink. I expected frustration and disillusionment, but not so much that they would come to question the wisdom of opposing Imperial rule in the first place. Unless we can convince them otherwise, I fear I cannot convince Lord Hien to return, and without him... That's complete. Next quest is called The Ones We Leave Behind. Yugiri is uncertain how best to proceed. So let us not lose hope. Though the situation on May is bleak, mayhap it is not so elsewhere. I wish to speak with others outside the village. Lisa and I will look for farmers in the paddies to the east. Mithrie, I asked you look to the south. Surely they cannot all have given into despair. Cool. So let's carry on. Let's go all the way to the south. That's the thing, like, with these zones, they're absolutely enormous compared to zones in A Realm Reborn or in Heavensward, to be honest. So it's like, effectively, it's like a huge, huge new playing field for us to mess around in as we like. Ah, we have a fight. So let me summon a pet. Oops. Oh yeah, sorry. I'm not a summoner. I don't have, what's it called? That move. I don't know what it's called. Best video ever. Okay, let's talk to Azami. So, thank you, thank you, thank you. If you hadn't come along, I don't know what I would have done. So, what am I doing out here? Oh, looking for flowers. I need some for my parents' graves, oh, for goodness sake. Rip in pieces. Obviously, because when you're a healer, it just takes a little bit longer to get this done. Okay, let's talk to a person again. What am I doing out here? Oh, looking for flowers. I need some for my parents' graves. The ones my brother and I usually bring are yellow because it was my mother's favorite color. Haven't seen any, have you? Okay, so I need to get yellow flowers. Let's do it. I can't wait until I can fly in all zones. It's going to be so good. Wow. My chocobo already gone. Next. Maybe I should have done this as a summoner. Might have been better. Okie dokie. Next. Apparently the crawler ate all the flowers. Okay. Here is Azami. So, oh, yellow ones will do. Mother wouldn't have wanted anything else. Let's hand over some yellow wildflowers. An assortment of yellow wildflowers, perfect for any number of joyful or somber occasions. Handpicked by you. So, you found some. Thank you so much, miss. That's twice you've saved me now. If you have some time to spare, maybe you could come with me. I'm sure Mother and Father would want to meet the woman who showed me such kindness. We buried them on a cliff west of the village. There's a path through the terraces. I'll show you. I'll rest in peace. Okay, so let's go this way. Now, as you guys may have seen in my other videos I've released, I am now actually all 70 crafts. And sometimes people ask me, like, which class would you say level first and which order and blah blah blah. And I've always said it's best to just level them all at the same time. Every single class, just level them like 5 levels at a time so they all share the same gear. You don't have to keep holding on to multiple levels of gear. Okay, I think we went too far. Oh, sorry. Let's go up, because maybe it's actually above us. Oh, crap. Where do we go? I'm actually dead. Really? I was still in combat. Wow. Well, that's an episode first. RIP. I guess I don't have the RIP emote on YouTube, so never mind. Go over there. I'm gonna teleport. So now you know, guys, if you actually fall off a cliff and you're in combat, you actually can die. If you're not in combat, then you will survive. It does kind of annoy me a little bit when maps or world maps or whatever just don't help you find where you're going. I don't know if you guys have ever had an experience like that yourselves, but I really don't like it. The map is supposed to be there to help you, not to slow you down. I'm hoping that I don't have to go all the way around. It might be this way, but like I say, I'm just not sure, because it seems to be dead ends. Like one eternity later. Okay guys, I'm going to pause the recording because you know, I'm lost. So when I find where I need to go, I will continue. Okay, so I was able to find which way to go. You actually, to get to here, you actually have to go all the way back to Nami, up this hill, and then this way to get to it. You know, so you have to go this way around, not that way around. Anyway, so we have found Azami, so let's talk to, I'm assuming it's him. So, we're here. Just give me a moment to put down the flowers, and I'll introduce you. So, they love to meet the travelers and hear tales of faraway places. Maybe you could tell them one about your homeland. So, Azami, are you there? Azami? What in the? You should not be here. Get away from my sister. Oh, it's a girl? So, don't be so rude. She saved me from monsters, brother. She even helped me pick flowers for my mother and father. Awkward. So, go back to the village now. You're scaring me. I said go. Stay inside and lock the door until I return. So, don't think me ungrateful. My sister is the only family I have. If you saved her, then thank you. But it changes nothing. I asked you to leave, and now I'm asking you again. I'm not going to report you to the Imperials or anything stupid like that, but it's too dangerous for you to stay here, so please, I'm begging you, just leave us alone. That really what you want? She said your parents were buried here? So she told, did she? Yes, that's right. Mother and father believed in the rebellion. They left to fight for Lord Kayan. They came home in a cart driven by Imperial soldiers. The soldiers demanded that the families of the insurgents present themselves, or else they'd burn the whole village to the ground. So we did. What choice did we have? They beat us in the village square, with their hands, with sticks, with anything. They kicked us while we lay in the ground begging for mercy. They made us denounce my mother and father, call them fools, call them traitors, say they deserved to die. I heard them laugh, but I dared not look up. I leaned close and whispered in... one leaned close and whispered in my ear what he'd do to my sister if they had to come back. They're gone, but they're never far. All it takes is the wrong word in the wrong ear, and they'll return. And then I'll have to dig another grave, if I'm lucky. Whatever you came here to do, leave us out of it. If you want to fight the Imperials, go and fight them on your own. You can't help us, no one can. And this is all we've got, so please, don't take it from us. It is a fair enough plea, it makes sense. Cool. Oh, hi Ixion, how you doing? Alright. So let's actually teleport back, save ourselves a few seconds of running. Pew. Okay, here we go. So let's talk to you, Giri. So, you are come at a good time, Mithrie. We but recently completed our inquiries. What of yours? So, I was not aware of these events. The boy, Ease, he told you all of this? Such disgraceful, despicable crimes. If I knew the men responsible, I would not hesitate to hunt them down and... Forgive me, that outburst was unbecoming. The more I learn of the Imperial's actions in my absence, the more difficult I find it to marshal my emotions. Could Lord Hien have foreseen this? That our people's spirits would be broken so? Though at first I scoffed at the pronouncement, it feels all too possible now that he might resolve to surrender himself. Cool. That's complete. So, guys, I actually think it's a good time to end the episode. Like I said, I don't want the episodes to be too long individually. So anyway, guys, that's it for this episode. Thank you for watching, and as always, goodbye from me, and goodbye from Mithrie. Bye, guys.